Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? Today, after the class that we had before, talking about how the endocrine system worked, I hope that everything was clear. We are going to study now the endocrine glands and hormones that work in the endocrine system. That is going to be page 94 and 95 of your book. Okay? So there are many glands and there are many hormones. I'm going to try to make it easier for you to study, explaining things or fun facts to make it easier for you to study. I hope I get it. If not, I'm sorry. Okay. So the first ones, I hope that you see them good. The first one that we are going to study is the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is located in the brain. It's just under the hypothalamus, ¿vale? Hipotálamo. The pituitary gland in Spanish has two names, pituitaria and also hypophysis. Okay? We have two parts, the front part, anterior, or the part backwards, which is posterior, the pituitary gland. In the anterior part, there are some hormones that are going to be involved. For example, this one is the growth hormone. It's clear, no? If we are talking about growth hormone, it's going to be involved in the growth of a person. Of course, it's going to affect what? Muscles, bones. These are the main target of this hormone. If you have too much of this hormone, you can be like a giant, and if you have too low quantity, you are going to have dwarfism. Okay? If you are an infant in your development. TSH is the thyroid-stimulated hormone and is a hormone that is going to another gland, which is the thyroid. This gland that we have right here, and they say that it has the shape of a butterfly. Okay. But it's a very important hormone. This one is very important, and the gland, the thyroid, is really important because it's going to regulate all the metabolism of your body. So a person like I am that has hypothyroidism has different affections. One of them, for example, is that your metabolism is slower. So if it's slower, it means that anything that you eat, you are going to gain weight. Or, for example, you feel more tired because you don't get that much energy. There are different affections due to the bad function of this gland. I'm fine, by the way, don't worry about it. It's not such a big thing. Then we have the gonadotropes, FSH, LH, follicle stimulate hormone, and luteinizante, in Spanish, hormone. These are going to do with all the ovary process, how the ova is going to mature and get out of the ovary. Prolactin is going to be about how do we do, or when the mother is going to do breast feeding, and how to develop the mammary glands to produce the milk. Okay? Everything. Okay. And this one, adrenocorticotropic hormone, is not an easy name, is going to stimulate another gland, ¿vale? The adrenal glands that we will see later. Okay, these are important too because we have adrenaline, no? The name says something to you that has a very important function in the when we are in danger, for example. It's a very important hormone, or in a stress situation. The part backwards of the pituitary gland, it has to do with these two hormones. Antidiuretic hormone and oxytocin. If you remember, diuretic means it has to do with the urine. So antidiuretic means that it's going to control the amount of water that we are going to lose through the urine, and of course they are going to act over the kidneys. Okay? For example, fun fact, alcohol reduces the amount of this hormone. So if you drink, you're not because you are underage, but if someone drinks too much alcohol, they need to go to the toilet much more often than someone that is not drinking alcohol. Okay? And they are wasting water. And then oxytocin has to do with two things. When a pregnant woman is going to give birth, the uterus, you know, that has to get bigger, no? So this is the hormone that is going to act over it. And also is going to send messages to the mammary glands to secrete milk. And also they say that is one of the love hormones, because when you see your baby, you increase the quantity of this hormone and makes you love your baby. Maybe. This is the pituitary gland. Plenty of information, I know, and many different functions, but all of them are important. Then we have other glands. Testes, for example, they are going to secrete testosterone. No? The names are quite similar. Testosterone has to do with all the secondary characters of a male. No, the typical things that we could associate to a man: the development of muscles, more hair, the change of the voice, no, the tone. All that has to do with testosterone. Be careful with this. Male and women, men and women, we both have testosterone, estrogens, and progesterone. We say that it's the male hormone, but it's not just in male. In women, we do have also. Okay, and ovaries, they are going to produce estrogens and progesterone mainly, not only, but mainly. And this has to do with the reproductive cycle of women, and also to prepare with uterus to give birth, no? To go to have a baby. Then we have the thyroid. I have been talking about you before when we were talking about this hormone. This hormone is going to stimulate this gland, and after that, this gland, after being stimulated, this gland is going to secrete these two types of hormones. T3 and T4, T3, T4, they are going to be involved in all the metabolism that I have told you before, no? To get energy, to build new molecules, these two. And calcitonin is going to be very important because we are going to regulate the amount of calcium. So this is going to affect directly our bones, right? So this is the first video with all these glands. I wanted to divide it in two because maybe it's too much information for just one video. So I hope that you understood. If not, just ask me, okay? See you later.